comments from the city council meeting to here in light of Officer Garcia and the 4 firefighters getting their award, as I had stated at that council meeting. I've already recorded my comments from that in another video, but I wanted to re-record them to see if I can improve on what I was saying. Start out with, so the entire city of Riverview knows, I had called Mayor Swift in light of his comments at the March 17th city council meeting because he did not want me revealing the names of any people or police officers in this city, and I offered him a chance not only to not have that happen again, but to settle the whole matter in its entirety, and he did not so much as call me back. So in light of that, I'm going forward with my comments as planned. Councilmember Workman, you had stated that my channel was a waste of time. Are you aware that you're in those videos as well as Mayor Swift? Secondly, 4.5 views to every one that my channel gets compared to the city's YouTube channel, I would say is highly questionable as to which one's really the waste of time. Secondly, you had stated about Lieutenant O'Neil being like he was when you hired him. Okay, well, you may have hired him, but you know what? People change as they get older, and especially police officers for sure. So he may have been fine when he first started and when you hired him, when you were the chief of police, but I found Lieutenant O'Neil, and even before that when he was Sergeant O'Neil, to be nothing but rude and unprofessional towards me for the most part, with very few exceptions. In terms of the July 21st, to me that speaks for itself. It speaks to his rudeness and professionalism, and besides that, that case was dismissed, and that's very telling of what kind of police officer he actually is. So while you may be proud of his actions, I actually find that to be tiring and disgusting, to say the least. Furthermore, I think you ought to be careful implying that I've made comments about Councilmember O'Neil, his wife, because I did not in any of the meetings. But if I were going to, I could talk about, one, how she sat there while Chief Allen at the May 6th, 2024 meeting got in my face and yelled, or better yet, how about a year and a half ago, after I'd already been eliminated for mayor, I walked into city chambers to take my seat, and she proceeded to yell at me, not long before Election Day. Isn't that interesting, Councilmember Workman? So, you're an intelligent man, but I think you need to think about your words a little bit more carefully before you use them going forward. In terms of you, Mayor Swift, I'll say the same thing about what you said. If you think my channel is a waste of time, then one, why watch it? And secondly, you realize you're in some of those videos as well, same as Councilmember Workman. So I guess you're saying that you're a waste of time too. Now, with that having been said, I think you want to tell the people what to think and how to feel, but you know what? I don't need to do that because I have faith in the collective intellect and the free thinking of the residents of this city. So in other words, unlike you, I don't need to have I don't need to have a beverage and tell them to go drink the Kool-Aid as you did. And while you may want to turn this city into Swiftville or Swift Town, last time I checked, it was still Riverview. And I very much have faith in the people of this city that they'll make the right decision. Not only this year with it being a council election year, but 2 years from now when you're up for re-election. To the residents of Riverview, be very, very careful about drinking the Kool-Aid for sure, especially when Mayor Swift offers it to you. Furthermore, Mayor Swift, in addition to that, you fired Chief Baggs and ran him out of town because he tried to improve the police department. You tried to run the man sitting not far from you and right on the end there, Councilmember Robbins, right off the council because he made a mistake. And you've tried to run me out of town in addition to having me kidnapped and some other shenanigans that you've done. So while you want to say that most of what I say isn't true, I challenge you to list everything that you think isn't true instead of just making blanket statements, because in fact, what I have said is true, including you interrupting me for the 10th time at least tonight at the city council meeting, which is going to get you sued on First Amendment rights. You don't do that to anybody else, basically, and you're not going to continue to do it to me. And once again, I encourage the residents of Riverview, if Mayor Swift offers you the Kool-Aid, don't drink it. Thank you.